of my plants, they are green and full, like a fat old friend that I had for years. And I speak to them, they whisper back the wisdom of the ages.
Morning. Good morning. Top of the morning to you. When you hear that knocking sound in all my videos, that is my refrigerator. I'm not sure why it does it. Maybe if you work on refrigerators, you can let me know in the comment section. But I know y'all hear it, because I hear it. Anyway. Welcome to Coffee Plant Time. I'll be doing these segments in the morning times. It'll be a quick video, minimal editing. I'll make sure that I put it in its own category. And yeah, give a shout out to a plant. It'll be for the next day that I put it up. I want to give a shout out to 2 listeners, which is Jennifer Santiago, and we have a Scott Miss Kelly. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I am your biggest fan. Now, Jennifer did say she wants to get an aloe. So, let's get to it. Boom. This is not exactly an aloe. It is a type of aloe. The more sun you give it, the darker that it gets up in these little, see that right there? Those little lines get nice and dark. Very nice. Very cool looking. There is a lot in here. It's been in this container for
a few moments later.
I want to say about 4 years. I got this in 2021. I want to say this one, and there's about 4 other ones that I got from that tent that are still alive. I wanted to practice with succulents because I had a big aloe that was given to me and it died. I kept it safe all winter long. However, when spring came around, I think I watered it when I shouldn't have. So I bought a bunch of these. I have another one. She's not looking too hot because she was she was put in a corner that had not a lot of light, and she got really ugly really quick. But there's different kinds and different types of aloes out there available. You go to Walmart, you can go to like a regular tent. There's a lot of tents that are out wherever you are. You go to the countryside. I live in the country, so there's tents out here. And they have all kinds of different things. I think this was like $3, and it's 1 or 2 plants that were in here. And I did trial by error. This one is like the best looking one. It is an older one, that's why it's like super full. But the root system is just starting to come out now. I probably won't pot it up. If I do, it'll be to remove like the smaller, thinner babies, like this one here. And I'll do a video on it, obviously. But the care requirements for this specific plant is very minimal. I keep it on the left side of my bedroom. There's an AC right in front of that rack. It stays in all year round, does not come out. And she sits right in front of it. So she's okay with that AC environment. I have never put her outside at all. Part of the aloe family. It is a succulent. It's slow growing. At least this plant is slow growing. In 4 years, I have 2 pups. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 extra. There's a new baby down deep in the center you can't see. Watering conditions. I'm going to tell you, I've only ever done this. I'll squeeze it. It's firm, but it is giving way. Like, it feels a little squishy. Just a little squishy. So I would say, because I haven't watered this since probably October, I'll hit it with a little bit of water in here. She'll be fine. But sometimes you could tell because it'll buckle in. Again, I think feeling is your best bet with this particular plant. She's very pliant. She moves. She can move and bend a little bit. She moves too much. So I would give it some water right about now. There is a grow light on that window, and I do get the afternoon sun on that side. So this does get sun. It just gets the minimal part of it because it's down on the lower rack. That pattern is freaking beautiful. I like it. It does get like a nice deep purple. Let me see if I can find it. There's a lot of light coming in, so you can't see it, but when you have the plant physically in your hand, there's a nice deep purple that happens to the leaves that goes along with that pattern. And the more sun you give it, the more purple it gets. And I think the cold also has a little bit of environmental for it. It can handle the cold in the room. A lot of plants in that room. Most of them are over here, but there's 2 racks in the bedroom. Again, the overall care for this plant, fill your leaves. I water her in that particular condition, that little cold, dampy side of the room. There is a humidifier in there. It's on that side where these plants are by the rack. It goes on every once in a while when it gets too dry in the bedroom. This particular plant, I think she's pretty. I like it. She is pretty cool looking. Let's give her a twirl. Close up. So Jennifer, start off with a nice little cheapy one. This is repotted. When you get it, you want to repot it. She's in a nice chunky mixture. If I take it out, it'll fall apart. She's got perlite, she's got bark, she's got she's got my Fox Farm soil mix that was mixed with the smaller perlite to make it more airy. And then I mixed the bark and the perlite all together. Did a mixture and potted her up. And I watered her in, obviously. So if I was going to pot her up today, I wouldn't water her at all. I would wait till I pot her up and then water her. But when you buy it, take off all that soil that's there, because that soil is meant for the tents or your stores or the growers that originally grew the plant. Their soil is going to be different than what your house can be able to help them with. So if you bring that soil up in here, it ain't going to work. Change your soil, water that sucker in, put her in a nice afternoon sun or early morning sun so that she gets sun. It needs sun. All plants in this house need light. You can have sun, you can have your grow lights. There's about 5 grow lights in the house, and they're on for about 8 to 10 hours a day. I have a strip. The strip is on all day, all night, because it's a weaker form of light for them, but it's there, so it's on all day, all night. This is doing great where she's at. I wouldn't move her. If she's doing good, she's slow growing, doesn't matter. I don't mind that my plants grow slow. I'm not looking for like a big blow up. Again, I don't have the space for it. Therefore, I just want to enjoy the look of it, the way it is, learn the care that I can give it. If it starts to slowly die, it's because it's growing slow. It's easier for me to be able to figure out, okay, what did I do wrong? Do I need to move her? Does she like this location? Does she like this evening sun? Why is this bottom leaf looking crazy like that? Am I over watering? This, you'll know. You will know. This is not the first one of this. This is probably the 4th one of this. The other 3, gone. Because I used to be an overwaterer. At this point in my life, in my plant collection, I'm an underwaterer. So if you got that heavy hand, you better change that soil mixture to a chunkier mixture. And chill out. Relax that hand. Now I'm going to come over there and chop you. Remember, I'm your biggest fan. Minimal care, guys, doing it again. Your fertilizer for this, there's no special fertilizer for plants. I mean, when you start getting into like the deep parts of it and you want it to bombastically grow, I mean, people go to the ends of the earth with their supplements for their plants, spend a lot of money on them, especially for Hoyas, because you want them to produce their peduncles and grow and all those things. They have Hoya fertilizer, there's African violet fertilizer, there's orchid fertilizer, there's a lot. But as a beginner, go get a regular fertilizer. And when I say regular, I only will consider 2 regulars. And a lot of plant people in the plant community will probably kill me. One is going to be the Miracle Grow overall 10-10-10. When you're starting out and you don't understand those numbers, start off with just 10-10-10. I think they're 10-10-10 or 8-8-8. They're the same number for all 3. Each number does a particular thing to the plant, you know, root growth, leaf growth, overall development of how fast it'll grow. It supplies those nutrients for the soil so the plant can flourish and look pretty. There's that one. And then if you just want to take it slow, I'm a slow person. I do the Alaskan fish oil. It's good. It's stinky. It smells. It'll smell. When I use it, the house smells for about 2 days. It smells like fish. I don't care about that, but some people do. Oh my God, can you see the gray here? Look. Oh my God. By the way, I rolled out of bed. I was like, nope, I'm not getting ready. I'm not going to do no hair stuff. Not changing my clothes to look all snazzy. This is literally going to be coffee plant time, where we pick a plant, your choice, or mine. If it's mine, it's going to be a simple plant care video. These, they're simple, but they'll be hard for you if you're doing too much. If you're doing too much, you're going to kill it. Don't. It's a very minimal plant. All aloes, even the big aloe, you know, chunkier soil, minimal watering. And again, you'll know, fill your leaves. They'll get thin. This is, it's pretty thin. This is caved in. I know she needs water. I don't let it cave all the way in. That's how you kill your plant, because you'll kill the root system. If you overwater this plant, your bottom leaves will either get really squishy and melt, or if you keep it in a far corner and are always hitting it from water from afar. I have done this. You hit that sucker from afar, you're not paying attention. And because you're not paying attention, but you're just hitting everything with water, this will dry up, and the center, like if you go to touch it or do one of these, the whole thing comes out. It just gets squishy. It dies from the inside, the bottom here, the inside of it. It just dies from the root and slowly gets squishy on its way up. That's why you start losing leaves at the bottom first. But if it's constant and the roots are completely blasted from water, the plant just goes, turns into mush. There's no saving it. Simplest care in the world for this. You can't really go wrong. I mean, if you do, try it again. You'll know what you did to the plant. Trust me, you'll know. See that? It's dead. It's dead. Died. You know? If the whole plant gets like that, it's dead. Don't even try. Throw it away and start over. Sometimes you won't get it right the first time. A lot of these plants, like my beginner ones that I've done, which this is a beginner, a lot of them didn't make it. You know, this is probably, again, this is the 4th or 5th plant that I bought specifically of the same plant, because I really like it. I love the pattern. I love how it gets deep, and it's pretty. It's slow growing. Fits perfect. A lot of the plants that I have here is almost like 60-30, 30% that don't grow fast, and then the other 60%, they grow too fast. And I won't up pot that sucker. I will cut those roots in half, put it right back in the same pot, and it'll keep growing. It doesn't care. A plant just wants to survive, and you just want to enjoy its beauty. Or you want to chop it and prop it and, you know, give to other people and spread the greenery around. It's whatever. It is what it is. It is what you want it to be. You can just start on, you can just have, I'm Pokemon. I want to collect them all. Like, if I could, I would. But I got a little bit of each species. Some people just collect Hoyas. Some people collect just arrows. Some people collect just begonias. Begonia Betsy Begonia. She just does begonias. She got into Hoyas. She loves Hoyas. Hoyas are awesome. They're beautiful when they bloom. They got a smell. They got these beautiful small flowers. And, you know, they're gorgeous. And that one is all about, for all my Hoyas, about 90% of my Hoyas, I just feel the leaf. And if it's firm, I don't touch it. And if I feel the leaf and it's like flat and flaccid, I water them. That's how I've associated with keeping Hoyas. And the Hoyas that don't survive here, they don't belong here. There's some that I really go out my way to make sure I take care of because I really want that Hoya. And I think the leaf pattern is gorgeous. Some of those Hoyas, the leaves can get really big. The patterns on it are really nice. The coloring when the sun hits it gets that sun stress. Beautiful. Gorgeous. However, there's just some, they're not going to like you. They're not going to like your environment. They're going to not like your heavy hand of watering. You're going to be that person that hits it too much in everybody. I think everybody's like a heavy hand hitter in the beginning of the plant journey. We just water them so much because we just like paying so much attention to them, and we want them to grow, and we think we can make it grow with thought and pour. Yeah, it's not good. But for aloes, buy it, change the soil, water it in, and you're good. For my recommendation of soil, perlite, bark, very little soil. So you can do cactus soil, 40%, 30% perlite, 30% orchid bark, bark. I like the chunky bark. I don't like the thin bark. And then if you just have regular soil, guys, add smaller perlite in there, or just for ratio wise, I will do 30% soil, 40% perlite, 30% bark. That's for me, my house, my environment. I want it to dry out fast. I don't want it to be waterlogged, and I want it to have enough air pockets that it's able to breathe in the roots and not get smothered. Soil plays a really big role in your plants. And if you don't got the right soil mixture for the right conditions of your house, everybody's house condition is going to be different than mine. Right now, my house, let's check it out. It is 62 degrees in this house right now. The temperature of your house is going to really determine how your plants are going to survive for you. That's really what it is. You got hardy plants out there, and then you have plants that are very finicky. This is not a finicky plant. This is a hardy plant. Hard to kill, man. I mean, it's easy, but it's still hard overall. But this is the aloe. I can't tell you what's like the subspecies of it. I lost the tag a while ago, but it's a beautiful plant. I love it. I like it. It is cool looking. Pick one up. Change the soil. I'm gonna keep repeating those kind of things in these videos. Change the soil. Water her in. And just watch her. Don't squeeze so hard. You leave an indentation. You break the cells, the wall cells of your plant. Just don't need to squeeze that hard. Don't go so hard. Just nice and soft. You know, be gentle. It's a plant. If it can go, you think it can go another week, let it go another week. Should be fine. They're pretty tough. You know, that's cool. They store all their water in their leaves. You know, if I want more thicker, like wider leaves, obviously she needs more sun. But thank you, Jennifer, for saying aloe. And there's your little tutorial coffee moment. If you guys want to know more about different plants, put them in the comments of my videos, and I will make this. This is going to be called coffee plant aloe. No, it won't be. We'll call it coffee plant advice. It'll be a coffee plant something. If you got a name for it, put it down. So thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Jennifer, good choice. There's a lot of different kinds of aloes out there. And now I'm going to get me a new aloe because you mentioned aloe. There's this orange white one that I really want. I'm going to go hunting for it, and I'll show you in another video. Love you guys. Remember, I'm your biggest fan. I love you. I had to come in. So this is probably going to be at the end because, again, it's minimal editing. When you go to repot it, and you buy it and you pot it, When you take it out of its pot, you shimmy off that soil. When you take it off, if there's not a lot of roots, don't be crazy. Don't go and get a bigger size pot than what it was in. There's barely any roots. You're gonna lose some. It's okay. You want to transfer it into a medium that's going to suit your needs, your home needs. Don't pot it up in a bigger pot. You're going to kill the plant. You know, put it in the same pot, you know, and let it grow its feet in there. It's going to need to grow its feet before you up plant. It can grow in there. Again, I've had that in the same container for all these years. It's still in the same container. There's no need for me to go and pot it every year. Some people, they repot like it's nobody's business. They just want to up pot it, put it in a prettier, they want to change the container. Like, I don't care. These are all they go in nursery pots. I upcycle all my pots from outside planting. I recycle all of them and I use them for inside of here. A lot of them don't need to have fancy pots. You can have nursery pots if you're an outside grower, especially. You can buy them for cheap on Amazon. Amazon is really cheap with their nursery pots as well. They have, you know, the 1 inch, the 2 inch, the 3 inch, the 4 inch. A lot of these plants are in those specific sizes. These big, huge ones, they're older. They are a lot older, and their root systems are huge. I never chopped them. But yeah, that was something that I did want to put into the video, so it'll be like weird. Again, I'm trying to do minimal editing, guys. 1 second. Don't judge it's dirty. I ain't washing them. I gotta take the time to wash it. It's real life for real people. Things are real. So I do get I have a water softener. This is it here. Amazon. I got this particular idea from Mr. Sheffield Plants. He's on YouTube. Really cool, really relaxing voice. I would promote him because I do like his channel. This is good if you have some like you out in the boonies like me and you have softener. You have to use a softener because you have well water. This will help balancing that pH for your plants. It's really important. Some plants can't handle all of that stuff, you know. They can't handle the minerals that's in your well either, and that's why you can't have plants. No, you can. With a little stress coat. Read the directions carefully. Put it in there. Let it sit. Some people boil their water. They go through the ends and lengths for maybe 1 or 2 plants. Now you can have more. Okay. Really cool stuff. I use this a lot for when I'm watering my orchids. I want to make sure they have clean stuff. And I did happen to plant these. So I don't, but I'll start that up again in the summertime and try again because I really do like the pictures. I thought I had the Miracle Grow fertilizer that has like the all around evenness of numbers, the 10 10 10 that I was saying. The reason why a lot of people, beginners, I say that's good for beginners is because that 10 10 10 5 5 5 2 2 2 7, whatever you find, it's an even balanced number, and you don't have to worry about having to put this like I do. I put different mixtures for different plants in here. We'll make a video, but that is a long topic. It's horrific. It's probably like a 2-3 part series for each number. For each, this is what I mean, for each one, your NPK. So this is a 511. It's an Alaskan fertilizer. This was one of my first fertilizers that I really got into. This here, it's an Alaskan fish fertilizer. You can find it at Amazon. You can find it at, I think, Walmart or Aloes or Home Depot. You can get it there. And use this. This is an aquatic thing. It's for fish tanks. Helps clean your tap water. You can use it for the plants. Balance out that pH. Again, read the directions. Read the directions for this. There's directions. Look. Those are the two. I don't have a thing for the Miracle Grow. We finished that off last year. We had a whole box of it. We finished it off. And I say we, I mean me and this person that's up in here that loves plants too. But we finished it off. And I didn't, of course, I'm not going to buy it for the winter time because I use minimal fertilizer. This is what I'll use for fertilizer for the winter, really. It's this one and one second. Yeah, that was something I just wanted to chuck in there because, again, like I said, minimal editing. That's where I'm at in life today. So yeah, pot it. Do not up pot the crap out of your plant that you buy at the store. It's a little tiny 3-inch plant, and then you want to put it in this big old pot because the pot looks pretty. Stop it. It's gonna die. A fish fertilizer. Get yourself some stress coat, balance, and clean. That's real. It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat some breakfast. Now I'm hungry. Enjoy your breakfast.